Welcome back to On My Way to the Classroom with Kate. In today's episode, we're going to be touching on a topic that most people seek advice around, and that topic is challenging behaviors in the classroom. It's inevitable, and that feeling of what am I doing wrong can feel so isolating. So I took it upon myself to do some research to grow my skills in the classroom, and I found some great tips that I feel like I could share with you guys. I think the first thing that we need to look at is building a relationship with your students. It helps you to figure out what certain behavioral patterns could stem from. For example, how are things going at home? In an article published by the Cincinnati Children's Hospital in 2023 titled Early Behavioral Health Problems Need Early Intervention, a study lasting over 6 years has found that an alarming amount of unhealthy behavioral trajectories starting as early as age 2 is affected by low income and other stressors. In practice, this looks like noticing those early signs and talk to a school expert about speaking to the parents and even helping the students in a class setting. Other factors that affect behavior can even include fine motor skills. In early 2024, the University of Surrey published an article called Early Drawing and Building Skills Are Linked to Enhanced Education and Behavior in Children. They presented a study that observed over 9,000 preschool children and their ability to draw, fold paper, and pile blocks. They were tested to get a sense of their verbal fine motor skills during the preschool period. They found that fine motor skills are essential to a young child's development, especially in behavior and self-control. For example, building with blocks teaches a child patience and problem-solving skills. When I first read this, I almost doubted that this could be a core issue. I thought back to some children I have taught and have presented challenging behaviors in the classroom. Then I reflected on their play habits. Were they able to stay in one center for more than 5 minutes? Are they able to play corporately and trust themselves in the act of fine motor activities? This skill builds self-confidence and self-regulation, and it can even prevent ADHD in later adolescent ages. In my classroom, I plan to do daily activities related to these fine motor activities and have already started instilling more of these practices in my current job as a nanny. I also came across an article published in 2024 by Rebecca Parlakian. This article mainly centers around the earlier stages, but reminds us that self-control is indeed taught. She teaches that toddlers begin learning to self-regulate through co-regulation. Teachers play vital roles in their students' emotions through teaching them the titles of what they are feeling. We should be keeping familiar routines while providing gentle support. We are teaching these tiny tots how to handle such big and intimidating emotions. So being that safe person or creating a safe place in a classroom can build up that self-control for later. Most classrooms and early childhood centers are required a calm down corner. But what does that look like in your classroom? Are you just setting a child there as a form of timeout or as a means to teach them in a calm and gentle way? In a study published in 2024 titled, What Do Teachers Do When Preschoolers Misbehave? Family Matters. 131 preschool teachers were observed in how they would respond in moments of challenging behaviors. They found a variety of responses ranging from including families in a growth plan and even, unfortunately, some race-biased concerns. The study also found that some teachers do eventually bring the parents in on these behaviors, but only in a way to report the child rather than to help them. This is a great reminder to check and reflect on your own biases and work with families on how you are arranging a growth plan. And another article from Young Children published in 2020 titled, How Can I Help You? Reconsidering Behavior Management. Authors Adam Holland and Catherine Ohl present the idea that challenges in the classroom are an opportunity to teach rather than punish the students, or even just giving them gifts and praise as a continuous response to good behavior. These rewards don't build self-regulation and confidence long term. It's only a band-aid for a deeper rooted issue. We must meet the needs of autonomy, relatedness, and competence in a way that builds up the children. Over time, the child may begin to feel more proud and confident in their abilities, rather than proud just because you praise them. It starts in early childhood. How amazing is it that in our hands lies the ability to shape the way our students respond? Their growth journey is vital and rewarding for you as a teacher. I myself have learned that challenging behaviors are opportunities to teach and connect with a student. Whether this is building stronger relationships with the family or strengthening their fine motor and emotional regulation skills, I now have some ideas to support a child's growth in the classroom.